All right, well, hello everybody. This is Saturdays with Steph, with me, Stephanie of Quilting with Stephanie Stitches. Good to see all of you here. It's been a journey today. As most of you probably know, the weather's pretty crazy around the country. The tornado's horrible in the south. I'm praying for all those people. That was absolutely horrible. But up here by me in the north, we are not getting tornadoes, thankfully. So lots to be thankful there for. But we're getting flooding, and not right here where I am, but in Ohio in general, and lots of wind. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this will work and the power won't keep going out. We've had it blink a few times today, and of course it had to blink right when I was about to go live, and then the computer had to restart itself. So thank you for being patient. I really appreciate it. And I'm excited today to sew the star block of the week. So this week's block is the Prairie Star. That's what it looks like. So we're going to sew one together, but I wanted to go to the chat and say hello to everybody before we get started. Let's see. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Yes, I made it. Hi, Russ. I didn't know if I was going to there for a minute. Oh, the weather, crazy. All right, so now let me go back totally towards the beginning of the chat, but Nancy Guts is here. Mona did what is here? Linda Parsons, Shelly Stewart. Hi there, everybody. Let's see. Jacqueline Spears here. Bettina's here. Hello. Let's see. Steph is here. Mary's here. Katie Crafts is here. Shannon Rose is here. Nadine is here from France. Good to see you. Let me keep going. Sherlock Sews. Lori is here. I did want to say a big thank you to Lori. She sent me the nicest card with the sweetest present. I can't believe that you did that, but thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I don't know how to say thank you enough. It meant the world to me. So I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. Priscilla's here. Good to see you. Looking forward to meeting you this coming week at the retreat. MJ's here. Celie's here. I'm not gonna cry. Jacqueline's here. Let's see. High winds in my part of Ohio, said Priscilla. Yeah, it's crazy here. Like, we went out just to go. We had a something to go to earlier today for my son who's autistic, and we were just driving down the main road and blown all over the place. It was nuts. And yeah, we were thinking maybe we should just turn home, but it was important for us to go. So Celie, I don't know if I already said hi again if I did. Didn't. Tamala's here. Good to see you. I get to meet you this week too at the retreat. I'm getting really excited about that. Mary Beth Strand's here. Hey there, good to see you. Thank you for your really kind words earlier on my other video. I appreciate that. Let's see, Marla's here. Yay, I get to see Marla again at the retreat. I'm excited about that. Hey, Charlotte, good to see you. Karen Cox is here. Hi there. She's saying it's windy and flooding in Ohio as well. Yep, it's pretty nasty weather today. We didn't have very much of a winter this year, so I feel like we're getting it all in the spring now. So Diane's here. Good to see you, Diane. Mona's here. She said it's hot here. She's in Arizona. Hi, Stephen. Good to see you. Stephen Bland, my friend of Bland Designs and the Idiot Quilter is here. So Terry is here. Nancy Gardner's here. Shirley from Canada, Around to It's here. Good to see you. Hi, Crystal. Oh my gosh, Diane. You are so sweet. Thank you. Oh my gosh, you did not have to do that. You guys don't have to do that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. She just gave me a $25 tip. You guys. Karen Neville's here. Cheryl is here. Good to see you. Oh, you're a first timer. Good to have you. Well, today we're working on my star block of the week, the All Stars. This is week 10. Yay! It's the last week. As you can see, I've got my gallery, or maybe we should call it a galaxy, a galaxy of stars on the wall behind me. They're all up on my blog if you would like to grab these patterns before they're gone. Once I put the finishing instructions up next week, And don't quote me to a date, guys, because I do have my retreat coming up this next week. So I've got a lot going on, a lot of stuff I'm getting ready for that. I'm going to be out next weekend. So I will get it up as soon as possible. I'm hoping to have it up by next Saturday and have a video for you guys, but I might not. So don't shoot me if I don't. But I will get that up as soon as possible. The finishing instructions for this. I'm really, really excited to get this all finished and put together. I think it's going to look really great. Keep sending in pictures. I love seeing them, and I'm going to feature them on my next UFO whip vlog. I meant to do one this week, but this week was nuts. It kind of got away from me. I didn't even realize yesterday that it was Friday because they just went so fast. So keep sending those pictures in. I'm definitely going to feature them, and I love seeing them. So thank you for sharing. Let's see. Teresa Moore's here. Good to see you. Marge is here from Australia. Good to see you too. Sue is here. Hi there. I'm canceling my sew sampler box. Oh, I thought it was just me, but I find that it's you too. Oh yeah, the sew sampler. So I got a lot of really great comments when I put up my sew sampler box and why I'm canceling it. And then I got some not so nice comments. I wasn't digging the Fat Quarter Shop or Kimberly Jolly. I know that there's fans out there of you, and there's nothing wrong with her or the box. The box for me is just a very beginner box, and I'm way past beginner, and I'm getting a lot of things in it that are beginner. So that's the only reason I'm canceling it. And I feel like I had to have permission to cancel it because there is so much pushback from people on YouTube. You quilters are very, very loyal and dedicated to your shops, which I love. But it was nothing negative. So if that came across negative, it wasn't. It was just for me. I need more advanced things. So thank you for all your comments. But if you have negative comments, I'm going to delete you because I don't need that. It wasn't fair to me. Some of the things that were said were not nice. And it makes you want to not be on YouTube anymore. But anyway, that's all that I need to say about that. Thank you, Teresa. Can't wait to see the finish and get it quilted, said Cheryl. Yeah, me too. I was so excited. Okay, so like I said, this is the block for this week. Excuse me just a second because I almost cried, so now I need to blow my nose a second. Hold on. All right, grab all my pieces over here and we'll get started. Patty, good to see you. Thanks for moderating for me. All right, I got to straighten out my pieces. I left myself a mess over here. I'm a little discombobulated today because, like I said, we were out at an event for my son. And so it's been a crazy day from the time I woke up this morning. So let me fix all my pieces and then we'll get started. So I know what is what over here. All right. Those and that. And I seem to be missing a piece. Oh no. All right, let me see if I can find the piece I'm missing. If not, I'll have to cut another one, and that's all right. Nope, can't find it. Oh, there it is. It was hiding. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let me see. Okay, Zoom is not letting me open my other camera. This is not cool. Hang on just a second, guys. Sorry about that. I told you I was all discombobulated today. What is going on? Oh. Yay. Okay. I got it. Oh, goodness. You guys know I'm not good with text, so that scared me for a second. I didn't think I was going to be able to open that up. All right. So there we go. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see that. And let's see. Patty said she was late. She's grooming the dog. No worries. Sherlock So says my husband won't cancel my sew sampler box. He likes to send this to me. I'll donate the items to high school sewing classes. That's awesome. Hey, Chesco. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Mary said, sorry about the haters, just delete. I did. I hate deleting people because I know sometimes they just think that they're helping and doing good, but it gets to the point where it's really mean to me. And so, yeah, I have to delete you. Oh gosh, thanks guys. I have been using the Acorn pen. How do you clean your iron from the pen? Okay, so that's a really good question. A lot of people ask me all the time how to clean an iron. So I'll talk about that really quickly and then we'll get started with the block. My favorite and best way to clean an iron, this is me, make sure it's off and not hot, is I like to use a magic eraser. And I know that might sound a little crazy, but it works. So take your iron over to a sink, take your magic eraser, just barely wet it, just enough to make it just wet to the damp to the touch, not dripping or anything like that. Wipe off the bottom of your iron and then take paper towel and a damp paper towel, wipe that off, wipe the iron off, and then take another paper towel that's dry and dry it off really good, or a towel, whichever you want. And then it should be perfectly clean. That's my favorite way. There are iron cleaners out there. There's, you know, all kinds of different tricks that people will tell you if you go on any of the quilting forums or Facebook and the quilting groups. But that's my favorite way to clean an iron. It takes everything off, all the buildup. I love it. So, and actually, I need to do this week before I go to my retreat because I'm taking my irons and they're cruddy. So I'm going to end up doing that this week. Okay. So here's the pieces. This is the center piece right here, the 4.5-inch square. So we're going to set that guy aside. And this time the corners are not just a square that we are going to add the little teal piece to. They're a little bit different. So we're going to start with the corners and we're going to add this little teal guy to the end of our 2.5 by 4.5-inch background rectangle. And we're going to sew that corner to corner right across there. I sewed one already, but I haven't trimmed it, but it's going to end up looking something like this. I'm going to go ahead and sew this. Okay, so have all 4 of those. You're going to have 4 of those. I'm going to trim those away. How do you use the Acorn Easy Pen? I will show you in a second because I'm going to use it for these. Magic erasers are a lifesaver. Yes, they are. When you have a house full of kids like I do, they clean just about anything, which is really good. The only thing I found that they haven't cleaned yet is purple Sharpie, and don't ask me why I know that. Okay, so if you've got your Acorn pen, which looks something like this, you're going to open the end of it. Whoops. To fill it, you're going to take your bottle of solution and you're going to fill it. Now, don't fill it above. There's threading in the inside where the end goes in like a screw. Don't fill it above those threads or the liquid will come out. Close it back up. And to get it started, you're going to open the other end, which is the tip with the pen tip. It's a squishy end, I guess. I don't know how to explain it otherwise. You push down on it 2 or 3 times, usually to first get it started, although I've used this before, so it came out really quickly. And after you've pushed down and it's damp, you can just run it along your seam and you can sort of see my fabric got wet. And then I always finger press my fabric in the way I want it to go. And then you iron it or press it. And it makes your piece nice and flat. That's what I love about this. So I'm going to do it on all of these. And you could put it on several pieces and then go back and press them. It doesn't dry that quickly without ironing it. So to save yourself some time, you can do a bunch of pieces at once. So today, opened the October retreat. And I heard they sold out in like 2 hours. Can you guys believe that? That's crazy. So are any of you here going to the So Yeah retreat in October? Just curious. Hey, Alexandria. Hey, Tracy Albert. Good to see you. Hi, Debbie Horton. Good to see you. It's on my little travel iron. Yep, you can use the magic eraser on a little travel iron too. I do on this little one I've got here. So that's all for the corners. So how do you know when the tip needs replaced? Okay, so that's a very good question. So after a while, these tips do go bad. I'll hold it up here. The little tip right here, you just take it out and you put a new one in just the same way you took it out. You'll know when it needs replaced when it starts leaking. So you'll have it turned upside down like this, and you'll notice that it's dripping out on your mat or on your project. And that's when you'll know you need to put another tip in. They do last a pretty long time, and they do get a little shreddy on the end. But what I just do is I just take my scissors and I'll like just clip off those little shreds, and it's fine. It'll keep going for a long while. But you'll know, because as soon as it starts dripping on your mat, it's time to get a new one, because that means it's not holding the liquid back behind it anymore. Okay, so those are the start of the corner. The next thing I'm going to grab is my square 2.5 inch background square, my 2.5 inch print square that are going to be part of the corner unit, and I'm going to put those together. And I haven't pressed these yet, but here's what one of them is going to look like. So we're going to make 4 that look like that. Hey, Lisa Marie, good to see you. Thank you so much for the postcard. I got your postcard. I've been meaning to post a picture of it in the group, but I haven't gotten over there for a bit. But I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Shelly said, I need a subscription box that has Aurifil neutral color thread, acorn pressing solution, and rotary blade. Yeah. That's probably the 3 most things that I use too, Shelly. Consumable things that I use. So we sewn that together like a 2-patch. And now I'm just going to press all of these towards the print. I used it for the first time in Levitt. Are you talking about the acorn cherry? Mona said that she bought a gallon of the acorn. I keep it by the gallon here too. What I do is I buy it by the gallon, but I keep this little bottle. I refill the bottle to use to put into the pen, because you can't pour the, well, maybe somebody who's more talented than me, but I can't pour the gallon into the end of this pen. I would spill half the bottle. So, okay, I'm gonna press these guys. So Alexandria, where are you from? You said your first time here. There's another gal that's her first time here too. Sorry, I forgot your name. Let me know where you're from as well. Thanks, Patty. Patty's talking about my shop on Etsy. I appreciate that. Teresa Moore said, I love my acorn. It does wonders. Yay. Trying to see your comments. Sorry, the comments are over there and they're really little. Okay, so those guys are pressed. So I'm going to add all of these to the bottom. Let me turn these around so you can see them better. We're going to go just like this with the color being on the opposite side of the little teal corner piece. Shelly, I've got pens if you need some. She said she's been teaching people to sew and they're fighting over the pens. Mary Beth said it's her second time here. Yes, I saw you last time. Thank you. Such a pretty quilt behind you. Love the sampler. Thank you. I'm having fun with it. I hope you guys are too. Did you hear from the So Yeah boys about your missing thread? Asked Catherine. That is a good question. I actually put up a little video about it today. I received my thread and it's over there, but it's gorgeous. They were really quick about it. I sent an email after I got the box and I heard back the same day. And then they got it in the mail to me and it came in like 2 days. So yeah, they did a good job. Yes, I carry the acorn pens in my shop. I do. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Lisa. Lisa Marie. If you guys don't know who Lisa Marie is, which you should, but if you don't, that's okay. She runs a group on Facebook and she does a crafting swap. Lisa, every 6 weeks or so, maybe 6 to 8 weeks, you sign up with her, you get a partner and you make something either based on a theme or Lisa will pick like a table runner or something. Like right now they're doing upcycled. I believe this is the current one. I'm a little behind because I haven't been able to join lately because I've been too busy, but I love that group though. The ladies are all super nice and the best thing is you get to make new crafting friends and you each make each other something based on the theme or whatever Lisa picks and then swap it. So you get a handmade gift, which is the best part. The best part. I love it. Next week is my last retreat for a while, so I'll be able to participate in the next swap. So I'm really excited about that. Hey, Felipa, good to see you. Charlotte is in Texas. Awesome. Good to see you here. Hey, Christina, good to see you from Kansas. Hi, Karen. Every 6 to 8 weeks. Okay. The next swap will be, oh, it's going to be the scavenger hunt. Lisa, I'm so glad that you didn't do that one right now when I couldn't participate. The scavenger hunt one is so fun. Oh, all right, guys. So I will put that up in my stuff, like the link to her Facebook group. You do have to answer questions and you have to be an active participant in the group, but the scavenger hunt swap is so fun. So if that's the next one, that's gonna be great. There is a swap going on right now, but it's already in progress. Let me see, Lisa Marie, I'm gonna make you a moderator so you can drop so you can drop the Facebook group in here if you want to, because people are asking. Yay. So the scavenger hunt swap, you get a, if I'm saying this wrong, Lisa Marie, please remind me. You get a word and whatever word it might be. Like one time, was it ladybug? Oh my gosh. You could tell my brain's on overload, you guys. I think it was ladybug and we had to make or, you know, find something that fit all the letters of the word for the person. And so, you know, like A for ladybug might have been acorn. So for like acorn precision, I could have sent somebody an acorn thing or whatever. Like, I don't know, my brain's not working right now, but like Y and could have been yellow fabric or something like that. So it's really fun. The scavenger hunt one is a lot of fun. It's Crafting with Lisa Marie on Facebook. Just make sure you guys answer the questions when you go over there. That's the way to get into the group. Okay, so here are the corner units. All done. We have 4 of those. Okay, I'm going to put that aside with my center unit right here. And then we're going to work on the star leg units. So the first thing we're going to do is lay out our pieces. And you're going to have, we did this in one of the other blocks. We're going to kind of make like chevrons in 2 pieces. You're going to have your left units and your right units. So make sure that you have 4 of each for each block. And then here's my little accent fabric. So 4 of these we're going to sew from the upper left to the middle right. And 4 of these we're going to sew from the upper right to the middle left. So just make sure you're keeping them separate. You sent me an email this morning, Sheila. I will look after we're done here. I've been gone all day. We had to go to an event for my son they had a program over here by us for kids that are autistic like him where they bring all these companies together that provide services for autistic children. So we were gone at that all morning. And then, yeah, I just got back an hour before I started. So I haven't looked at any email, but I will take a look at it when I get done. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this over here, 1/4 inch away. So that should be the start of your pieces. You're gonna have 4 of each kind, and we're gonna press these guys. We're gonna do that part first. So all 8 of your 2.5 by 4.5 inch rectangles. And hopefully if I did this correctly, I've got 4 of the different ones. Starting to gather things up so I don't forget anything for the retreat. That's awesome, Sheila. Looking forward to meeting you. Oop, this one, the thread came out. Celie said the last time we had this chevron, mine came out all squishy. Squishy as in wonky? Is that what you mean? So the only thing I could tell you for that is make sure you're pressing really good and also lower your stitch length a little bit. And if you're sewing right on that corner to corner and do those 2 things, it should be okay. Now these units should end up 4.5 inches. So if they're a little wonky before you sew them together, you might also be able to fix them a little bit by doing a smaller seam allowance when you put the two pieces together, and then you could trim it down to 4.5 inches. That's another way you can fix it if they're just a little bit off and you don't like that. Just about have all the pieces cut. Can't wait to see the setting arrangements. I'm so excited for that. I'm going to work on that tomorrow, so hopefully I can get it out to you guys later in the week so you can start getting at it. You're welcome, Marge. Sweetheart Creation said, Stephanie, did you say that you were done doing your own retreats, or did you mean something else? I'm not done doing retreats. I don't have another one until August of my own. So that's kind of good. I need a minute to breathe. And my husband's got a lot of business trips coming up, so it's good timing for all of that. So yeah, I don't have another one of mine for a while. That doesn't mean I'm not doing retreats anymore. I'm still doing retreats. I love to do them. But Millersburg, which is the one coming up this week, is my largest retreat. So it's a lot of work. It's 24 people. And for just one person, for just me, that's a lot. So I love doing it though, but it's definitely, I'll need a break after it. My retreat is right here in Ohio, Millersburg, Ohio. It's in Amish country here. So there's lots of quilt shops. So it's a really pretty part of the state. You see lots of horses and buggies, and it's just a lot of green. Well, maybe not this time of year, but if you go another time of year when everything's growing, it's really pretty down there. So very relaxing. Hi, Gladys. Good to see you. Taking a break from mowing. Wow. We can't mow here yet. We don't have grass yet. I bet we're going to have grass soon, though, because we're getting a lot of rain. And this last week, our grass company that fertilizes came and fertilized our grass. So I have a feeling after all this rain that we might start getting some grass growing. Okay, so let me separate these back out here. I got them all together. All right. So you should have 4 of each side, the left side and the right side. So I've got the tops done. Now I'm going to add the bottoms in the same way I added the top. So if we sew diagonally this way, we're going to sew the bottom diagonally that way. Same thing on this side. We sew diagonally this way. We're going to put the bottom one on, sew diagonally the same way as the top. We're going to add these little squares to the bottom of all these pieces. Lori said, I live near Dayton, Virginia. We have lots of horses and buggies too. Awesome. They're pretty. They're so fun to see. I really respect the Amish people. I really think that that simpler way of life sometimes seems really appealing. I'm not sure if I would give up a car for a horse and buggy, but just the fact that they don't have the need to be on computers all the time, they don't have to rely on technology all the time, they don't have the social media issues. Some days that seems very appealing. Okay, Sheila said she's been to Berlin and Charm, Ohio before. So you are not, you have been very, very close to the retreat center then. Charm is actually where my favorite quilt shop is at. It's called Miller's Dry Goods down there. There's a ton of really good ones. So I can't say anything bad about any of them, but that's my favorite one. And that one's in Charm. They have two buildings, not one, two to pick from of fabric and notions and things. So nice quilt shop. Plus they had a lot of handmade goods that you can buy too. Landis said we got snow here overnight. It's a cold day in Colorado. Oof. We got snow. Gosh, I'm trying to think. Was it just last week? I'm telling you guys, all these days and weeks are running together, but there's a couple Ohio people on here, so they'll probably correct me because I'm sure I'm wrong, but I thought it was just last week. Got really cold, we got some snow, and then like within a day, it completely changed, and now it's like spring, and we're getting warmer weather, which I'm happy for, but all the wind and the rain, so it's been very interesting weather this year. My kids are very sad because they never really got to play in the snow because there was never enough to do that. I chain piece those so I get them all done all at once. So those are all done. I'm going to clip them apart. Freezing rain, snow tonight, and 53 tomorrow, said Jacqueline. It's crazy weather. Bipolar this year, I'm telling you. Cold snow, 70 degrees, and back to rain and cold, windy. Exactly, Karen, right? Although we never got all the way up to 70. I think the highest we got was like 62, maybe 65, but not too far away. But you're a little further south than I am, so. But I went by the lake the other day for those of you who live in Ohio, and there's no more ice left on the lake. So it's definitely spring when there's no ice on the lake. Okay. All right, those are all clipped apart. And I'm going to put the acorn on there. Shelly said we had a cool front last weekend. It was so nice. Now it's hot and muggy. Ooh. $67 degrees in Oklahoma today. Nice. So it's springy for you. That's awesome. 46 in Iowa. It's a little chilly. Shelly said, I don't know if I could wear the Amish clothing. I'm a jeans and t-shirt kind of girl. Yeah, that would be the one downside, right, Shelly? Yeah, I'm not in any way, shape, or form a dress kind of girl. So that would be the most difficult thing with that lifestyle. And they do everything in those dresses. They swim in them, they work in them, I don't know if maybe they sleep in them. I don't know. But I mean, I'm sure they have night dresses, but yeah, I'm well, I suppose if I grew up Amish, I wouldn't know any different, but because I didn't and I know different, I don't think I'd be very happy if I had to wear a dress all the time. But their simpler lifestyle is definitely very appealing at times. Mary said, I think the Amish do a lot of things right. They don't have the social problems. I'm just too spoiled and set in my ways. Yeah. Cheryl said 63 here today. It's been windy here this past week. Oh, it seems like that's a theme across the country. Seems like everybody's gotten that wind. You blew it my way, Cheryl. I'm hearing it whip out there now and I'm getting nervous. I'm hoping that the power doesn't go out, guys. If it does, I'll probably still be here because I've got my phone as this camera. So I might lose my lights and I might lose the other camera, but you'll still see me. That'll be interesting. See me sitting in the dark. You're in a serious drought in Kansas? Oh, that's not good. Then we'll blow you some of this rain we're getting. Karen said, loved your late quilt picture. Sarah's getting so grown up. She is a very pretty young lady. Oh, thank you, Karen. That's very sweet. She is growing into a lady before my eyes, and I can't stand it. I mean, I know they have to grow up, but I don't know if it's different because she's my only girl, but it's harder for me to see her grow up. I just want to keep her home and protect her as long as I can. But thank you. She had a lot of fun doing those pictures with me. So she's easy to take pictures of because she enjoys it. And, you know, okay. Snow has been consistent for you since January, said Francis in Nevada. Oh, I've heard that you guys and like up in Utah and places like that have gotten so much snow that they're worried about all the flooding and stuff. Too bad they can't take all of that and move it to the places that have the drought. Diane said, just check the weather. 76 here in North Carolina. We really had no winter. Yeah. It's strange because it seems like some of the places that don't normally get snow or not a lot of snow got a lot this year. And places like us who usually get a lot of snow, we really didn't have any. So we're going to join these together just like this. Sort of the one. So you're going to have a left hand unit and a right hand unit and put them together. Make sure your background fabrics up here are touching and your prints are touching down here to make this sort of chevron shape. You will really miss her then. I'm dreading it. Yeah, I know you are because your daughter's coming up soon to leave. And my daughter is planning on leaving pretty quickly because she's starting college pretty soon. She's going to do her first 3 years at the local college here while she's still in high school. And then when she gets out of high school, she'll have 1 more year left. And she's got to go away for that, for the program she wants to do for a year. So she may end up having her degree by the time she's 19, 20 years old, so she's gonna be leaving me early. But she's very ambitious and knows what she wants to do, and I think that's amazing. So hi, Donna Reno, good to see you. I'm just gonna give these guys a press. This should look a little something like this when you're done. Oh, and somebody asked me about this pressing pen, if you have to put the liquid on the front or the back of your fabric. You can do either. I kind of do it interchangeably. It doesn't really matter as long as you get it right on that seam. Francis says those opportunities for dual credits help so many. Yes. Yes. It's going to make her college education so much more affordable for us. And with 4 kids, yeah. We really are only going to have to pay probably for her 1 year that she goes away. All other 3, if she doesn't while she's in high school, will be paid for. We'll just have to pay for books and fees and stuff like that. But compared to what college costs nowadays, we'll take it. I mean, we already pay for all their school things now, their books and programs, because we homeschool. So it really won't be that much different when she's in the college classes until she goes away to college. So, but only having 1 year is going to be a game changer that we have to pay for her. How do you find out about my retreats? You can go to Together We Sew Quilting Retreat. If you Google that, it'll come up. It's the only one that's named that. If you give me a second, I can drop it into the chat for you. I always put my retreats there. I only have one left this year that has any spot in it, and that is Pennsylvania. Everything else is full and sold out, so thank you guys for that. Awesome. Okay, so there's all 4 of those done. I'm going to lay this out. The background fabric of your chevrons is going to go towards the outside of your block. So the chevron or the arrow should be pointing in towards the center. And there we have it. Now we just have to sew it all together. That is terrific to get college credits in high school. Yes. Yep. I don't know if our son, the next one up after her, is going to be as motivated as she is to get them, but she knows what she wants and she's going to go for it. So we actually went to an informational meeting for her last week. And she just has to take some placement tests and things like that, and to see what we need to put her in. The one interesting thing that I've never heard of before in my life, and maybe you guys have heard of this and I'm just behind the times, is that she has to take we didn't have this back when I went to school. She has to take I forget the exact verbiage, but it was something like a maturity readiness test. I've never heard of that ever. So basically, can you handle yourself in a classroom kind of thing? Like, are you mature enough, like, to sit in a classroom and be respectful and pay attention to the teacher for, whatever length of time? I just was like, when they told us that, I'm like, what? So found that sort of interesting. No, I haven't given away your spot, Diane, don't worry. And thank you for reminding me, Diane. I forgot to text you. I will text you. Let's see. Sherry said maybe she can get a scholarship to help pay for her schooling if needed. There are thousands of them out there. Yeah, that would be great. If anybody could, she could. They didn't used to give a lot of scholarships out to homeschooled children. But funding and things like that has become more popular for homeschool children. So hopefully she'll be able to get something. Good for Sarah for knowing what she wants, said Shannon, to do. It's not always easy thing to decide when you're young. Yeah. She definitely has known that she wanted to do something in science for probably the last couple of years. She should qualify for Pell Grants and scholarships. You should not have to pay for anything out of pocket. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully. Thank you, Teresa. She said that's so pretty. Let's see. Shelley said the one thing that helped save money for college was our girls qualified for family housing because 2 people related by blood or marriage qualified to live in subsidized housing. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad I don't have to think about any of that yet. Hi, Isar. She said, I'm here from Las Vegas, kind of warm today, 55, no wind. Hooray, that's good. It was super windy when I was out there for the retreat. The Thoya retreat opened today. Thank you for your informative review. It pushed me to register. Oh, you're going. Yay. That's awesome. Could be because your kids are homeschooled. I've got to go watch Kansas State basketball, said Mary. Take good care. Good. Have fun. You don't have to repay Pell Grants either. Yeah. Della said, hello, Stephanie, feeling motivated to do these blocks. Looks gorgeous. Yay. Mary Beth said, love the fabric choices. Thank you. Mona said she should have lots of grant offers because she's going into the sciences. Yeah, I think so too. I think she's going to do just fine. So like I said, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But I think she's going to do great. She's so smart and so motivated. I'm very proud of her. The retreat looked like a lot of fun, said Crafting with Mesa Marie. It was such a good time. It really was. And I wouldn't say that if I didn't mean it. Those guys did a really, really good job. And the few minor things that I think they could have done better were minor, and they wouldn't keep me from recommending it to anybody or not going again myself. So yeah, they did a really good job. Sheila said, I did hear that the So Yeah Sewing retreat filled up by 11 a.m. today. It did. They sold out super fast. I think they put it up at like 8 a.m. their time, and it sold out within 2 hours. So I think it was 11 a.m. my time, and it was sold out by 1 o'clock my time. So it's crazy. I I went to their last retreat and I didn't sign up until it had been open for a few weeks already because it took me a minute to decide. And they still had spots, but this time it sold out in 2 hours. So that just shows how good their retreats are. Because I think a lot of the people that signed up are people that have been there before and are going back. So they had 75 at their retreat, Karen. They've got quite their shop, as you guys can see from some of the video that I took. I didn't even get all of it, but their shop is huge and they had a really nice, good space to be able to keep 75 people sewing and not squished up. Now, I don't think they could do too much more than that. It was pretty full, but it wasn't uncomfortably full, if that makes sense. Isar said, as a retired instructor, I hope more colleges do the maturity test. Many of my students weren't ready for life or life outside of the home. Some got caught up in the Las Vegas lifestyle. So, oh, that is sad. Yeah, have you heard of that before though? A maturity test? I was really shocked by that. I had never heard of such a thing. I mean, she's fine. You guys that have seen her on here, you know, she's mature. She'll be fine. But if it was my son, that would be another another story. My 10-year-old, he's 10 though. He'll get there. But girls always mature quicker than boys. We all know that. So how crazy is 3 p.m. here? I missed registration. Oh, I better sign up for the waiting list. Yes, get on their waiting list. They do keep a waiting list because they told me they usually have a few people that have to cancel for whatever reason. So if you all did want to go to the retreat and didn't get a spot, make sure you email them right away and get on the waiting list. If you are So Yeah fans and you watch them on their D-Stash, they'll probably talk about it tonight and tell you what to do or whatever. They're my friends too, so I'm just really happy for them that they're doing so well and sold out. That's amazing. Oh, Gladys, do you have a quilting channel? I'm gonna bring out Jack, you guys. I don't like the way this didn't match up very nicely here, so I'm gonna pick. The other seems okay, but I don't like this one. Just getting started. Awesome. I'll have to go check it out. I'm so proud of those boys. Great family. They really are, Marla. I can't say enough good things about their family. Their family is so supportive of each other. Their parents, they're everybody. And their mother is like an angel. She's the nicest lady and just so sweet. She spent like a ton of time making us all like fresh homemade sourdough bread and just a really nice person. They all are, but their mother is, you can tell that they got it from their mother. I didn't really get to know their dad. He kind of stayed, he popped out a couple of times. He stayed behind the scenes mostly though, so I didn't get to really know him. But he did a lot of work behind the scenes, so I can see where they could get their work ethic from. But their mother is just the nicest lady. And the steam river's getting dull. Okay, there we go. Trish said there are a lot of fraternal organizations that give scholarships to the children and grandchildren of members. My neighbor's son got 3 from the same organization, local, state, and national. That's awesome. Repress. Shannon said, wow, so yeah, must have really good electricians to be able to supply that much power. You know what the funny thing is, Shannon, is that there were several rows of tables, and I think each row had, don't quote me, I want to say 6 people per row. And then there was like an aisle down the middle and then 6 people in a row on this side. So several rows. And there was one row that every time everybody started sewing, the power kept going out. And they were like, what in the world is going on? We've never had this happen before. So they had to actually bring in an electrician to figure out what's going on and get up in the ceiling and try to mess with the wires and unplug things and plug things. And they had everybody start sewing and then everybody have their iron on and see what was going on. But yeah, it was, they had their new stash night. If you guys were watching during the week of the retreat, on their new stash where their power went out for a minute, that was why. It was because they were trying to fix the problem out in the room and something happened where it threw. But it was just really not that big of an issue. They figured it out very quickly and took care of things. I have to say that's the one thing, like if you have any problem, if anything happens, they're like Johnny on the spot to help. So Patty said, Shannon, running that is electrician's crazy dream. They love that kind of challenge. Yeah, I'm not so sure if the electrician that they brought in really appreciated that challenge because he was visibly frustrated because he had a hard time figuring out why. Because sometimes when they would sew, everything was fine, and other times, like it would go out. So, Shelly said, my daughter was surprised at college how many people didn't know how to do basic things like run a washer and dryer or keep a house clean. Their moms did everything for them, no adult skills. Yeah, my kids don't have that problem. I think most of the time they're not real happy with me because I make them do that stuff, but we don't make them do everything in the house, but that's something that they just need to learn. Basic life skills. Whether you go away to college or not, I mean, you eventually someday got to take care of yourself. Okay, that looks better. Now my points matched up. All right. Just getting started on my channel too, getting ready to film my first tutorial. Awesome. I wish you guys the best of luck. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. Don't let people be mean to you. If they're mean to you, delete them. I'll tell you that now. Landa said, do you use a software for drawing patterns? If you are talking to me, no, well, not initially. I initially draw everything on, I'm an old school gal. I draw everything on graph paper first. And then I draw it up in like a word processing program and use Canva to help me too. And that's how I do it. So I'm sure I'm doing it the hard way, but that's what works for my brain. So. Let's see. Mona said, I haven't met the Soya parents, but I've met all 5 of the kids. It's awesome. They're really nice, all of them. And Carter, Ramey's husband, who married into the family, just fits in with them just perfectly. Like seems like he was one of the brothers all along. So it's nice to see that they get along so well and have accepted him so well. And they tease him just like they tease all the rest of them. Let's see. Landis said, I'm working on a temperature quilt and I have an idea. Oh, I have not done a temperature quilt. I'm not sure. I think I would get behind with that really quickly. I mean, I sew a lot, but because I sew a lot of things for lots of programs, I think I would get behind with that. And so I would get really frustrated with it and start it and then never finish it. One of these times, maybe not this year, maybe next year, I'll have to try one and see if I can keep up with it. But I think they're really pretty though. I've seen a bunch of them, and I've seen, the other thing I like too is I've seen a bunch of the people crochet like a temperature quilt, like blanket. So pretty. Or knit one too. Oh, let's see. Is Zach the tallest of the brothers? Yes. I think he's taller than Brody. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's taller than Brody. Yeah. Yeah. Zach's the tallest for sure. Then Brody, then Tankum. Tankum's not, he says he's like 5'9" or 5'10". I don't think he's that tall because he's not that much taller than me and I'm short. I don't feel like I have to like look up at him, if that makes any sense. Let's see. The other two don't look that tall. Brody's definitely taller than Tankum, closer to Zach's height, but Zach's the tallest, yeah. Just a note to assure parents, the girls from the Midwestern states did well. Oh, good. They were technically prepared, well-mannered, and focused. Many of them were homeschooled and members of 4-H clubs. Well, then, that makes me feel good because my daughter is homeschooled and she's part of 4-H. So I like your color choices. Okay. Thank you. So here is my second block. Whoopsies. There we go. Here's my second block. So there's that one and this one. I just don't even know where the camera is today. Sorry, guys. So here's my 2 for this week. I like them a lot. They're very pretty. Okay. And that is the Prairie Star block. So not too hard to do. You know, it takes a little bit to do the chevrons, but once you got those together, you guys could see it went together pretty quickly. Let's see. Landis said, Mary Beth, I think Tankum is the tallest, then Brody, then Zach. No, Tankum's not the tallest. Nope. I like your color choices, said Catherine. Thank you. I like to draft it out on paper, then put it in the EQ8 program. I'll use EQ8 sometimes too. EQ8 took me a while to figure out, and I actually have an easier time if I draw it all out ahead of time first, and then if I need to put something in there to verify sizes or stuff like that, I'll do that too. But I draw out first on graph paper. So Shelly said, I visited Soya when I was visiting a friend in Las Vegas. I mentioned I watched them on YouTube, but the salespeople didn't make any effort to let them know. Maybe they were not around. They might not have been because usually they like to meet people. So that's really surprising. I'm sorry that happened because they are very much into like meeting the people from online. So Colleen said, beautiful block, Steph. Wonderful chat. Been lurking. Oh, hey, Colleen. Good to see you. Your blocks are pretty. Do you know what size this quilt is going to be? I need to shop for backing. Yes, Shannon, let me look that up really quick while I'm talking to you guys. I did put that in a blog post, but I can tell you in just a second. I learned to sew in 4-H over 40 years ago. Awesome. Love the mix of color and pattern. Okay, so depending on your seam allowance and how you finish the quilt, if you don't finish it like I finish it, because the way I'm going to finish it is I'm going to have some stashing, and I'm going to have two borders, a smaller inner border and a larger outer border. And not huge, because I don't like huge borders, because then there's more chance for them to get wavy. You guys know all this. But if you finish it the way I finish it, it should be about approximately 65 by 79. So it'll fit a twin size bed. Thanks for hosting today, Steph, and thanks for the spectacular sew along. Thank you. Enjoy your retreat. I will. It's going to be a lot of fun. Most of the retreaters are coming back, so it'll be nice to see those ladies, but there's a few ladies here. They're in the chat today. Sheila, Priscilla, Karen Cox, that are coming for the first time. So I'm really, really excited to meet those ladies. That's going to be a lot of fun. I still have a few things to get done for the retreat, so I'm going to be hustling here the next few days to get everything done. So, Alexandra said, I found you because of the idiot quilter. Oh, Stephen. Yes, I love Stephen. He's such a nice guy. Tinkham wishes he was the tallest. Yeah, I think he does wish he was the tallest. I would have never thought, said Landa. Beautiful Stephanie. Thank you, Charlotte. I appreciate that. Thank you for having this so long. I have enjoyed each block. Your patterns are so easy to follow, even though I did mess up my Lemoyne star, which was operator error. It's been great. You're welcome, Sherry. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Repeat retreat. Yeah, beautiful block. Thanks for your instructions. You are welcome, guys. So I will get the finishing instructions up here in the next week sometime. Don't kill me if I don't have them out by next Saturday. I'll try my best, but like I said, I still have a lot of things to get done for the retreat, and it's a lot of work to do a retreat by yourself for that many people. So I will try to get those done. Few things coming up in the next few weeks. I do have scheduled the next puzzle mystery quilt on the 8th. I'm moving that to the 15th because I know there's some of you that don't celebrate this, but there are a lot of you who do. But Easter is that weekend, the 8th and the 9th. So I'm going to move it to the 15th because a lot of the ladies who are participating and sewing along with me on the channel are going to be doing things with their families. And so we're pushing that to the 15th. Next weekend, I'm going to be at retreat. Like I said, I'm going to try to get the finishing instructions done and up for you in a video on that. If I can't, forgive me. I'm going to try. If not, I will get that done as soon as possible and post it another time. But I would love to see your finishes. I would love to feature them on my channel because I think it's going to be gorgeous. I'm going to try to take a little video from the retreat so you guys can see that. Maybe even pop in with a live just to show you the space a little bit before everybody gets there. I'm not sure how comfortable everybody will be being on camera. Lots of things coming up. The pastry shop block of the month, the patriotic days, there's another one coming up in about a week. And then if you guys didn't know, pastry shop started a new block of the month. It's called Christmas Stitch. It's a Christmas sew along that started now, and it's going to go through December. The quilt will be done by the end of November. There's two bonus projects with this block of the month, a quilted zipper bag and a table runner. So that's really nice. I have to film that and get that video up, but that's going to be a great sew along. Fort Worth Fabric Studio has not announced their next sew along yet, but I'm sure that's going to be coming soon. So for those of you who like the Fort Worth Fabric Studio sew along, stay tuned. After I get back from retreat, so the 8th, I'm going to have a special guest on with me. And then the 15th, we're going to do the puzzle mystery quilt. And then the following week after that, I will put something up on my blog and let you guys know what's going on, but I would like to start to do some charity quilt work. You don't have to do that, but I will have free patterns that you could use for charity quilts, or you can keep them for yourself. But I'd like to work on charity quilts for a couple of weeks, take a little break from the block of the week, and then later, probably halfway through May, excuse me, had a tickle in my throat. About halfway through May, I'm going to start another block of the week. Now that block of the week is going to be a little more advanced. This one is beginner to advanced beginner. That one is definitely advanced beginner to intermediate. I feel like it's time to bump up our skills a little bit and get a little bit harder. I've written it. I've had it written for a couple of years actually, and I've always wanted to do this as a block of the week, but something kept me from doing it. But this year is the year. So we're going to do that starting mid-May. So between now and then, keep an eye on my blog. I will get information up about what you need for it, supplies you need for it, that kind of thing. I will show you a picture of the whole thing ahead of time this time around because it is a harder quilt. I don't want you to get started with me and then you're frustrated because it's too hard. So I want you to be able to have a look at it ahead of time. I don't want to waste your time, your money on fabric, those kind of things. So I'll give you a look at it ahead of time. If you decide you want to do it, the patterns are going to be free, just like this sew along. You'll just have to download it every week and sew along with me. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So lots of things coming up. And in May 6th, speaking of Stephen Bland of Bland Designs and the Idiot Quilter is having a retreat on May 6th. I do believe he only had 1 or 2 spots left as of yesterday, so it's probably full, his retreat. But if you would like to participate, there's always dropouts at retreats, always. That's just part of retreats. So he is compiling a wait list, and you can email him, and his email can be found under any of his videos on his channel. You can email him and say, hey, I'd like to be on your wait list for the retreat. If there's no spots left, and he will email you as soon as a spot opens up. Anytime there's a virtual retreat, if say the number is 90 that we can have, at least 10 to 15 people will drop out. It's just the nature of it. Something comes up, you know, last minute or even before different plans come up. And especially because we're starting to get into spring, summer, people want to go outside and do things. So if you are interested in that, make sure you guys get in touch with Stephen. Okay. I think I've talked enough for today. You guys are probably sick of listening to me, but I hope to see you guys really soon. I'll have a few videos out this week, and then I will see you after the retreat. So everybody coming to the retreat, yay, I'm excited to see you. I can't wait to meet you if I haven't met you yet. And for those of you not coming, that's okay. I will be here on YouTube, and keep coming over and keep coming and saying hi because I love seeing all of you. All right, guys, take care, and not advanced, Steely. I mean, intermediate. I'm not going past intermediate. So beginner advanced to intermediate. I promise I won't go advanced. You will do just fine. I promise. I know it. You can do it. All right, guys. Well, I will see you soon, and go check out So Yeah tonight, and they'll probably talk a little bit about their retreat. Have a great night and have a great week.